Hi, this is Eric Hansen with Communications Conversations. Today I'm here with Jake Nyberg, Creative Pants at 3 Volts, the official title apparently.
That's correct.
You spoke this morning as part of a panel discussion about viral video. My question to you, does viral video even matter anymore? Does it even have a sense anymore? Does it even, I mean, I think the term is kind of dead, but what do you think?
Well, I mean, what we got into on the panel was, I think, at the start of a good and important conversation, namely that we need to start by defining what viral video means, right? So I just use air quotes once in this interview, so that's good. We'll try to get to 5. So when we say viral video, we're generally talking about a wide variety of things, most of which are not actually viral video. In my definition, it's something that spreads organically, completely organically, with no push, so no PR bump, no media placement, no media ad buy. So in the brand and marketing sense of the word, it's usually inaccurate. I can't think of many things that have spread all on their own simply by someone just putting it on YouTube and waiting. Now, does that mean that those things are wrong? No, it doesn't. In fact, to do something as a brand without placing it, whether it be a pre-roll ad, a YouTube buy, even just targeting it on Facebook to the right people, figuring out who your audience is and going at them, that's what they've done on TV for years. It's a lot cheaper now to do it, but it's still just as important. So to assume that, hey, you know, I run ABC widgets and just because I do, everyone's going to want to watch what I put out there, not true. They're not going to find it. So I think of people who say viral video as people who are often confused and are simply saying web video, and maybe web video that gets a lot of views on YouTube. So to answer the question in a long-winded way, is viral video dead, or has it jumped the shark, as they put it in the title? I think yes and no. I think it truly viral video, you know, Charlie bit my finger, or you know, the cat fell down the stairs, and that gets a ton of views. That'll always be around, and YouTube has just given us a way to discover stuff like that. And before we'd have to do it on a show like America's Funniest Home Videos or something like that. So the people who do the wedding dance and they get a bunch of views, it went viral, truly, organically, because it was authentic. And I think that will answer one of the questions you have later. So.
Right, so my next question is, so you at 3 Volts do a lot of video storytelling, and that's my opinion, is that is the key. Obviously, using video online, I think it is used too. So what are some keys that organizations you think of as far as video storytelling?
Sure. What video does well, and this has always been the case back from the earliest silent films, is it communicates emotion in a way that other media just can't, frankly. A painting can be beautiful, thought-provoking, but ultimately it's static. And with moving pictures and people talking, you have a chance to tell a really good story. But that's just it, you have a chance. If you tell a boring story, if you're Domino's and you have your employees picking their noses and putting it in the pizza, that will also tell a different kind of story. So what video does well, does best, better than any other medium right now that we have anyway, is communicate emotion. Find a way for people to interact, grapple with, and respond to, sometimes with their own video content, the story that you're trying to put out there. If you're a brand, it's crucial to do it right. If you don't, it just ends up sounding like more noise and it makes you seem less authentic. So if you don't have a good story to tell, stay away from YouTube.
Okay. Hard-hitting question of the series. Huge Twins fan, both of us are. You're probably bigger than I am even, but so Cliff Lee, should we trade for him? What's the story? What's your opinion?
I think not only should the Twins trade for Cliff Lee, I think they will, or they'll at least make an attempt to do it. They've got a catching prospect in Wilson Ramos who's blocked by Joe Mauer, really. He will never see the majors unless something catastrophic happens to Mauer, or, you know, unthinkable, he's traded, which now with his contract he won't be. So they will trade for Cliff Lee. They'll try to anyway. If it's not them, it's going to be the Mets or maybe the Rangers if they get their ownership group figured out in time, but it doesn't sound like they will. So would I be shocked to see him in a Twins uniform in August or September? No, I wouldn't. Would I be shocked to see him in a Twins uniform next year? Yes, and delightfully shocked. I think if they're going to make a run at Cliff Lee, I think they need to be willing, pardon me, iPhone 4, Andrew Eklund. I'll call you right back, you D-bag. If they're going to make a run at Lee in a trade, it's not the worst thing in the world to lose him in the offseason. You'll get those 2 first-round picks. But I think they need to at least have the intent to try to get him to stay here, to say, hey, look at this facility, look at this stadium, you know, look at the fact that you've had success in Cleveland before, small market, you know, will Lee want to go to New York? Yeah, the Yankees will back up the truck and say, you know, name your price, and that's what they do, and that's probably where he'll go. But give it a good shot, you know, and without him, they can win the division. With him, they could win it all.
Agreed. Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate the time.